Hello and welcome to this unboxing and review of what's in this box. Now seriously, in here there should be the Sennheiser Momentum over-ear headphones, or circumaural, whatever you want to call it. They're in here. I'm not a huge audiophile. I listen to songs on the laptop through my speakers, through the headphones. I've got a headphone little amplifier. The best headphones I've got are the HD 650s. So they're only one step below the 800s, which are £1,000. So yeah, unless I want to get a really amazing headphone amp, there's not really much point in getting them. And even then, I'll probably only use them for records and things. So I'm not at that stage where I can fork out £1,000 for a pair of headphones. I don't think I ever want to be. Those 650s are incredible reference audiophile headphones anyway. I'm not pretending to be an audiophile expert or anything like that. I just like music and I like it to sound good. That's me in a nutshell, really. I'm using it's a knife channel mainly, so I'm using well, I think it's quite a decent knife. This is the Maxpedition. Yeah, they make knives. Maxpedition Excelsa with a D2 tool steel. My unboxing of it didn't really do very well. So, but I sharpened the steel, and it's a lot better than it was. So, just remove the personal information, then we can crack on. So these headphones are about a year old, just less than a year old, just shy of a year old. Hope these aren't fake. I don't know how you can tell, but anyway, let's see. Let's crack them open. They look like they're a year old as well. Got some dust on them and things, but you can blame Amazon for that. We've got all this information. So it says here, Momentum, experience the fine art of sound with all your senses. Well, I don't think you can use all your senses because they're not open cans. So, but that's the gimmick they're going for. So let's have a look. You've got all the little different languages for all the people in the world. Well, all the people that Sennheiser believe are the most important anyway, which is a bit strange. So let's crack this open. Got another knife next to me, so I might as well use this UKBK. Put it in perspective, these headphones cost more than this knife that I'm using, and the knife I'm using is not cheap. So I've got to open it without busting the case. I mean, this will be a review as well. It's a bit difficult to do reviews of things you can hear because it's rather than things you can kind of see. But we'll have a go anyway. It's a very nice box. Very nice box with this red ribbon. It should be. These are very expensive. Yeah, that's a nice box. I like the packaging. You've got this. Are you ready for pursuit? You've never imagined a pursuit of spending a silly amount of money. I don't know. I'm always in that pursuit. But this seems to be. It seems to be glued into the. Yeah, it's glued into, folks. This thing here is glued into the box. It's a bit strange. That would have been cool if it came out, but then it'd leave a big hole, wouldn't it? Anyway, so you've got all these things, all this, you know, a user guide to how to operate headphones. Whatever next, how to wash your hands. Oh, there are user guides on how to wash your hands. Yeah. So, it feels quite nice. Sorry if I can't get it in the camera, but yeah, it feels quite decent. Got these tassels and this hook Don't know whether that's Maxpedition worthy in terms of durability, but never mind. And I don't know, but I question these tassels as well, but only time will tell. I mean, they look pretty thin material. Can't run any 550 paracord through that, can we? So we open these up, and already they look smaller than I thought that they would be. Oh, something's happening with this Velcro thing here. Yeah, they're small, aren't they? They are small. There's an aroma accumulating, is wafting from the box as I open this. See where they're going with these? Black and red. Where have we seen that before? I don't know. Doctor something. Anyway, but you see where they're going for. Just to confuse the market even more. But I like that already. Look at that. The jack, the headphone jack. I'm not sure I like how it only goes one way and not the other, but oh well, we'll see. I like this leather that they have on them for the actual ear cuffs. They go over my ears alright. I'm not going to do a headshot and show you, but they're not too bad. I like the remote. That's quite decent. And another good thing about these is if your cable gets all messed up or whatever, you can always just pop this out. Well, he says, I don't want to break them, you see. I don't want to just pop that out and then it just break on me. So we won't do that. We'll do that in part 2 of the video. But you've got this little Velcro concealed flap. You've got a large headphone jack or adapter that'll go into your amplifier, not a problem. And you've also got a remoteless cable as well. So you've got your normal cable with the remote, your non-remote cable, and you've got your adapter, the case, the headphones, and the flap. How good is that? I'm going to go listen to them probably for a few days. Not straight, I've got things to do, places to be, but I'm going to do that for you, and I'm going to come back and do a part 2, and it might even be daytime, so join me in part 2. Hello and welcome to part 2 of this unboxing and review of the Sennheiser Momentum Headphones. This is a few days later, quite a few days later, after I received these, after I bought them and received them obviously. So I've had plenty of time to test them out on various different types of music. I don't think someone should be judged for their taste in music personally. Different people like different things, and success of an artist is obviously measured in how much a majority of people like their music. The important thing is enough people like it so that they continue to be creative and give more of themselves. But I won't get into the politics and the kind of philosophy of music and things like that. I view music as food for the soul, and I like all kinds of music. So I've tested these out on everything from Bruno Mars to Led Zeppelin to Metallica to David Guetta to Jamiroquai, Linkin Park, you name it. I've tested this. I've got a huge amount of music. I'm not just some guy or some kid with 5 gigs of music. I've got well over 100 gigs of music. So I've tested them out on a range of things. This is obviously the case that it comes with, and I'm sorry about the wobble. I couldn't get it not to wobble, but this is the case it comes with. On first impressions, it looks like they've gone for kind of a waterproof type enclosure, and for all intents and purposes it does cover most of that zip with this kind of plasticky material. It's got this this ribbon handle or strap. It's not like nylon or anything, I don't think. Well, not hard nylon, but it would do the job if you wanted to hang them up somewhere. These tassels, I think the plastic is pretty nice, but I'm not too sure about the ribbon. I don't know how long that will last. You're putting a lot, if you can see, the zip is, because of this plastic. I know I'm going into far too much depth about the zip on a headphone carry case, but that's me, isn't it? Because the zip is designed this way, it's quite hard to, there's a fair bit of resistance than a zip that wouldn't have this. So it's just something to point out about the life expectancy of the ribbons on these zips. But I like the case. It's large. It is quite large. So you might have to carry a bag around with you anyway, just to keep this in or put this in, if you even want to do that. I mean, if you're on a work commute, I'd probably say you could just leave them on your desk or in your pedestal, something like that, instead of carrying this carry case around. But it's completely up to you, because I'm just saying that because it is a large case. So portability wise, I would question that. But if you're going from one base to another base, you should be okay. I really like the material. I really like the quality of this. Really sorry about the wobble. I'm going to try and sort it out. There we go. Hopefully that's solved it a little bit. It's compensated. I really like the case. I really like the material. It's this nice felt kind of material. I mean, this is part of the cost of one of these products is the case as well, because it's very well done. It's got this very nice hook and loop. I am aware that Velcro is a trademark and all that crap, but you know what I'm talking about with the hook and loop that just attaches itself to the felt kind of area, and that keeps your normal wire that goes from your headphones to a portable audio device. I've just coined that phrase, a pad. I don't know whether that exists, but to your pad. There you go. And it also comes with an adapter for a headphone amp or just your normal surround sound amp. If you really want to use them for that, I mean, you can. There's the option there. I think that's really cool. I would have liked the headphones to have an extra input, so you could daisy chain them, but you can't have everything, and there is a reason. There must be a reason for that, for Sennheiser to do that. Anyway, so they keep in there nice and snug. Obviously the extra cable there is for if you haven't got an iPhone, iPad or iPod, something like that, then you may want to use that for another pad or a different type of pad. So that's the case. I really like the case, big fan of the case, despite its size, but what can you do? So the case is a very nice premium quality, as it should be. The headphones themselves, I'll just talk about the headphones. I'm on Sennheiser's website here on my side to give me some reference, but essentially they're closed design. They're a closed circumaural headphone design, isolate against ambient noise. They do isolate ambient noise, not so much as you're probably going to get run over. I mean, they're not completely noise cancelling. They're not powered in that way to take on a plane and completely block noise. But I think that is a good thing, because sometimes that can affect the sound quality. You can have a little hum when there's no music playing, and they may well have to be powered and all this kind of thing, but they do block out a decent amount of sound. I have very small ears. Well, I'm not a mutant, but I'm just saying that I have small ears, so these these cans or headphone holes, they fit around my ears very nicely. If you've got large ears that stick out, these may well be quite uncomfortable, but then again, a lot of headphones might be uncomfortable. I'm not being, earist by any means. I'm just making a point of biology and physics and what you can expect if you have these headphones. They're large, but they're not too huge. They just about cover my ears comfortably. Their ease of use, it says on the website, they're very easy to use. You just pop them on your head. You can adjust them with these adjustable bands. You have to push them up a fair bit for them to fit in the case, and as many other reviews have mentioned, this might well be a point about the life expectancy of these actual bands and clamps, because if you're moving it up and down all the time, they may well get loose. But I've got to test that out. We've all got to test that out, see how long they do last before they do that. I mean, if you're going to be probably taking them out and putting them in the case 2 or 3 times a day, they've got a 2-year warranty at least, so hopefully they'll last within those 2 years. But ease of use, you just pop them on, adjust them. You've got this inline remote which works with my iPhone absolutely excellently, as you would expect. Any Sennheiser headphones or earphones you have, they do their remotes very well. The little Sennheiser button is your play or pause. Press it twice, next track. Press it 3 times, which sometimes I have a problem doing anyway, and it goes to a previous track. Your volume, you just press it once to receive a call. If the call's ringing, it goes through your headphones, and there's the microphone. I didn't know whether it had a microphone. It's not a huge deal for me, but I do like that extra feature on a remote. I really do. I think it's an important feature. The wire is of good quality. I think that'll last quite well. It's not hugely thick, but it seems quite durable. The 3.5mm jack is an excellent design. It doesn't go all the way that way, but it does move around at a 90-degree angle, and I think that helps. That just really helps when you plug it into any kind of device. I think it's I mean, it will stick out, say, that much, but then you can have it at a right angle, and it's a very decent connector. I can't see that being damaged as much as an Earphone 1 or other headphones. They say it's finely selected materials, luxurious and tough, breathable leather headband for optimum sweat and water resistance. I mean, this is premium leather. You can smell that it's leather, and it's just very, very soft. It is luxurious. I mean, this is a luxury. This is a luxurious item. You don't really need this at all, but it's more of a want than a need. And the headband is very nice. It's a little bit hard. I think this padding is a bit hard. I mean, it does dig into your head a tiny amount, but I've had no issues with sweat and things like that. But I mean, I wouldn't, to be honest. Would you really go around running with these on? I certainly wouldn't. I mean, maybe you would. Maybe you'd abuse the hell out of the 2-year warranty. But me personally, if I spend a lot of money on something, I'll try and look after it even more so. Yeah, they say premium comfort, finest soft and supple leather ear pads for excellent wear and comfort. Yeah, they are, as I said before, they are very soft and very supple. It's difficult to just think of a marshmallow, and that's the texture I'm getting. Okay. Maximum durability, metal constructed ear cup slider, that's what they're called, for maximum durability and custom fit. Yeah, as I said, we'll see how long these ear cup sliders last. And it's got the hard carry case, and I've already mentioned the 2-year warranty all along. Let's get into the technical data. I'm not a huge audiophile fan. Yeah, I do have some HD 650s with a headphone amp, and I really enjoy them a lot. I don't pretend to be something I'm not. I just like my music. I like it to listen good. But the technical data, if you're really a big boff about this kind of thing, it's the impedance is 18 ohms. The frequency response is very nice at 16 to 22,000 hertz. A sound pressure level is 110 decibels. The THD, which is the total harmonic distortion, is greater than 0.5%, and the contact pressure is 2.8 newtons. I believe that's what it stands for. And yeah, the ear coupling is circumaural, and the transducer principle is dynamic closed. These are closed cans. If they had vents at the side, and so that you could hear other music like the HD 650s, they're open, then they wouldn't be closed cans, but these are closed. They weigh 190 grams, and the load rating is 200. I think it's milliwatts or something like that. I'm not really too sure about that, but that's what the adapter plug was for. It's a 6.3 millimeter. That's a little bit harder to remember than 3.5, but if you just reverse it and then add 1, it's 6.3 millimeter. And you also get a couple of manuals in there and things like that. But I really, I mean, this is my overview now. I really like these headphones. They are just, I mean, you can take it out. Look, it's the smart line cable, they call it, but and that's on your left side. An easy way to put them on, because these cables stick out to the back, and they've got left and right anyway. So, but there you go. I really like them. I think they're absolutely incredible. I know you might look like a bit of a, I don't know, maybe there's some prejudice with people walking around with headphones on as opposed to in-ear earphones, but there's more and more research coming out about in-ear earphones damaging your hearing and things like that. I've always used in-ear earphones, and my ears are okay. One's a little bit lower than the other in terms of like what I can hear. I can't hear as much, but that's very minute. But these do sound absolutely incredible. I mean, yeah, you might look a bit of a, I don't know, wearing these, walking about, but I made myself look even more of a embarrassed person in a way, because I had a huge grin on my face because these sounded incredible. I loaded up Daft Punk's new album and set that to play, and I was blown away. It was like listening to the HD 650s on a headphone amp. It really was, but I was just walking about, and I don't think you can get better than these. You know, forget your Beats and all the rest of it. Sennheiser have hit a home run with these. I can't really pick any kind of fault with them, other than the very pedantic little things I've mentioned, like this rack or whatever you want to call it. I mean, other than that, and the hardness of the actual headband, they're very minute things, and you can get by them, and it's only because I'm just a little bit like that I've noticed them, but you can't go wrong. But then again, you pay a premium price for them. These go for, I think, £260 plus. They're very expensive, and you kind of like, if you're wearing them about, you kind of like advertising to people, hey, come and rob me. But then again, everybody's walking around with iPhone whatever's at 500, 600 quid, or, you know, contracts on 40 quid a month and things. So people are doing that subconsciously anyway. But these are, you pay the premium, but they're well worth the price in my opinion. You cannot go wrong. I was a little bit hesitant, watched a couple of reviews, and that just sealed the deal for me, because these do sound as good or better than they look. They really are. I can't drill it into you enough, to be honest. They're incredible. It's the same kind of reaction I had when I first put on the HD 650s. It's that kind of reaction. They really do sound like nothing I've ever experienced. Well, apart from those reference headphones. But anyway, you just can't go wrong. I hope I've sold them enough to you, because I'm not just saying it. They really are worth the money. And but I thought I'd do the review. So there you go. If you have enjoyed this review, thought it was useful, thought it helped you, please do put it in the comments. If you got these headphones and you absolutely love them and you agree with a lot of the things I've said, put that in the comments. Appreciate it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today. Please do comment, rate and subscribe. It does help. Happy listening. Take care.